After saving Absalom from a threat by the Whispering Tyrant and their servants festering within the grisly fair, our heroes took the fight to the Gravelands. Although they achieved victory over one of the Tyrant's most powerful servants, it came at a dreadful cost, and they went their separate ways. A year has passed since then, and our heroes find themselves drawn together once again. Mysterious arrow cards have appeared in their possession, and the cards seem drawn to one another, pulling them back to the city of Absalom. The cards want to be whole once more, but their presence and their power is not unknown to everyone. As various groups mobilize to take them for their own, our heroes will find themselves drawn to a conflict, not just with these forces, but for the fate of Galarian itself. The cards have been dealt. Welcome to Stolen Fates. Hello everyone, and welcome to Tabletop Obscura presents Stolen Fates!
Hello!
Oh no, not my fates! Has anyone seen my wallet?
We've got pretty cards.
Fuck! Knew I was forgetting something.
Uh-oh.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I love that. As soon as we open up.
Do the symbols above our heads represent our suits that we picked?
Yeah, no, you're getting hit by a hammer.
Oh, okay.
It's based on your backgrounds.
Yeah, our background suits.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I saw that mine was a hammer, and I was like, I did pick the suit of hammers as my background.
That's the general idea. Now, ideally, we'd have the full art and stuff like that. That's not really an affordable thing. But, yeah, you each have your own little, symbol representing your backgrounds and your suits. Also, you'll notice this when we actually go to the map. Your hero points are also the same symbols.
That's so radical.
Well, let's find out.
Aren't we a fancy man?
So, bad news. Well, I kind of have my villain points set up. This is the preamble screen, so I don't have them set up on here.
Damn it.
What?
I tried.
Hello! Hi everyone! Welcome to the premiere. This has been a extremely long time coming. I think Agents of Edgewatch was the last time I ran a game past 10th level.
Correct.
Basically.
Yeah, and Stolen Fates goes from 11 to 20.
That sounds about right.
Well, it definitely doesn't go beyond.
Yet.
Yes.
Unless.
Ooh. But no, I'm actually really excited to get going with this adventure path. I've read ahead for the book. I'm very psyched. There's a lot kind of going on with it, but quintessential anime vibes for a lot of it. I'm super excited. It's ooh. But how did everyone like the opener? I worked very hard on it. It's not finished.
I thought it was really radical. I really enjoyed how I couldn't hear any of it, and I just announced what I was seeing. That was very fun for me.
It made it very difficult for the rest of us to hear any of what Matt was saying in it, though.
But it could be heard through chat.
Yeah.
Chat
Yes,
could
it
hear
came
it?
through on the stream.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
I think Juliet just had it muted.
I just have it. I always have the stream muted.
Oh no, look, absolutely fair. But no, it's something I started doing with Rusthenge, and I was like, yeah, no, this is the thing I'm gonna be doing going forward.
Look cool.
Yes, hello chat, hello Jules, it is good to see you. How is everyone in chat? Going well, I hope. Just trying to think stuff that we have to talk about before the adventure path starts. A general thing for people who are watching this live or watching this on the VOD. I am pretty well known as a GM who goes completely off script. So if you're watching this to kind of give yourself an idea of how the entire adventure path runs, there will be inaccuracies, and I will be deviating from the path on a lot of things. I feel like in the spirit of the system...
Deviating from it?
Yeah.
But I thought whole system was about finding the path.
Well, I was about to say, in the spirit of the system, I like to find my own path.
Apologies for interrupting.
Look, it's not worth it. But no, the system we are running is Pathfinder 2nd edition. Look, the premium modules, all that other fun stuff. I don't have the throne stuff up yet, but I will be putting that up soonish for Book 2 of Stolen Fates, because I hope the players want to continue to Book 2. I hope so.
As long as we don't become secret police, then highly likely.
Okay, so I did actually check that. It's not going to be a thing.
It better not be, Matt.
Unless.
The only way you become secret cops is if you all sit down as players and go, we're going to be secret cops. There's actually a whole section in the first book that's like, this adventure path is pretty self-motivating on the part of the players, so you might need to help them out, you know, give them a kick in the ass every now and again to get the plot moving. And it's like, oh good, excellent. You don't have like some sort of weird mysterious patron that's like, hey, you gotta do the thing.
And you decided to play this with us, the most herding cats players you could find.
Actually, I would say I'm pretty good at being self-motivated for plot.
Yeah, I was gonna say that if this is anything like my other long campaigns, I am going to full face first to plot whether I want to or not.
Well.
I'm going to see plot coming at me and, like, divert.
Just kind of do a
Yeah,
barrel
but that's
roll.
what you always do, regardless of whether or not we're secret cops. Usually, especially if we're secret cops.
Sometimes Nick plays the secretest of cops.
Going through
Secret, I don't even
Absalom
know.
and just going for shopping for food is the best thing to do in Absalom.
Look, that was terrible because we were always hungry when we started. Though, that said, we should probably do the player introductions. Because
What are those?
it's a premiere. And all
Okay.
that other fun stuff. But we'll go from left to right, at least from where I'm sitting. I'm not sure what Discord wants to say. But, Nick!
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Nick. I'm Modern Maxwell in chat. I'm playing Bao Saiying, a Yaoguai champion of Sun Wukong. How much do you want me to say, Matthew?
I mean, if you want to say, like, something introductory for your character. Like, I haven't decided if we want to do fun facts for our characters or not yet.
That is probably something we should have discussed earlier.
I had already so much to prepare.
No, as in us, not you.
Yeah.
Hell with you. So Bao is slightly anti-authoritarianism. So, like, up yours, Matthew.
Oh no!
She likes to travel and get drunk.
Alright. Sam?
That's me. I'm playing Archibald Wyndham, Prince. Oh wait, no, he doesn't exist anymore. He's dead.
Yay!
Yay!
Matt killed him with exposition.
Purgatory? Limbo? Something like that?
Nope, dead.
Impotentia?
I am playing Korgar, the dwarf druid, and he likes
Yeah.
wrestling.
Sorry to interrupt, but you missed the last name there.
Yeah, you gotta do the full thing, buddy.
What do you mean?
This is your character introduction.
Yeah. We'll find out in the story what that last bit is if people can't read it. And
Fair
if
enough.
people don't already know what it means, then they need to stick around more and find out.
No, that is very true.
If you're not in on the joke, you gotta stick around to be in on the joke.
Don't worry, the joke will be revealed all in good time. Sorry for interrupting, Korgar. You may continue.
And he doesn't like being in... He likes to be different shapes a lot. We're gonna have fun with that.
I'm looking forward to it.
and push this Foundry module to its limit.
Oh god. Look, it's not even liking opening the journal, so we're going to see how that goes. And our new player for Saturdays, Leo, do you want to introduce yourself?
No. I'll do it anyway. I'm Leo. I'm playing Whisper. She's a Kale monk, and as you can see, she's a little bit creepy.
Just a wee bit.
Just a little bit.
That's fine.
I definitely won't be leaning really hard into that.
Well, and last but certainly not least, Juliet.
Hi, I'm Juliet. I am playing Illustrana, the Elven Gonzi rogue of the party. She has a bird that she rides on. And that bird is a royal gift from the Queen of Keonan.
Aw.
And it died about 6 months ago?
A year.
It died.
A year ago.
Year
A year
ago?
ago.
Okay, it died. Yeah. So she's still really bitter about that, to be honest.
Well, I mean, we say it died, but to be completely clear, via necromantic power, its life essence was drained from it.
It died.
Yeah, that makes it sound better,
By Matt's direct actions.
Yeah, I can't dispute that. Otherwise, well, as for me, hello. The voice you are hearing is mine. I am Obscura. The lovely visage that you see before you is my Eldritch buddy Deaton. We're kind of in a shared body situation. Don't worry about it. We're also the tabletop. Yeah, no, we are Tabletop Obscura in the chat. But
Sweet, we can slam the table and it hurts Matt.
please don't. It's an awful bad headache that happens. But I am the game master for Tabletop Obscura. I also do a lot of the other content on YouTube, TikTok, and I'm posting stuff to Patreon as well. So be sure to check all that out if you kind of like what we're doing here. I also run multiple sessions if this is your first time here. I'll be running Stolen Fates on Saturdays, I run Gatewalkers on Sundays, and Rust Henge on Wednesdays. And I sometimes stream other stuff when I have the energy to do that, because holy shit, I'm busy.
Yeah.
I have books coming out in the future. I'm waiting for like the previews for them so that I can actually start showing people, but it's going to be really awesome. Otherwise, are we ready to begin?
No.
No? Okay. So you want to keep chatting, or?
I'm ready.
You're ready?
I'm ready.
Well, that's outvoted. I'm sorry.
Deal me in.
Deal you in? All right.
Say the name of the
Card jokes.
episode.
What if you think there isn't going to be a lot of card jokes throughout this entire EP? Just yeah.
Ugh.
Look, I'm here for it.
You're here for it. That's good. But chat, everything's coming through. You can hear all the things. I'm hoping so. Otherwise
If not,
someone
just
will
raise
say-
your volume.
Yeah.
Ba-dum-ts.
Yeah, maybe it's on you, chat.
Or if you're experiencing some sort of technical problem with the Twitch, like the stream, just point it out, and we'll see what we can do about it. Okay?
If it's not, we'll try and up the ante.
You're gonna make me
You
fold.
sta-
You know that,
You
right?
started this.
You know that, right?
I will follow
like
through.
a hand of cards.
I like to make jokes. But let's switch us over to the Grand Bazaar.
Ooh.
That's right, there's a cool toy maker in this part.
That's a lot of tents.
Yeah,
I remember
Absalom's
when
kinda
this
like
came
that.
out. Whilst we were doing Agents of Edgewatch. And there were just so many goodies.
And it was on a split page, and someone had to combine it using Photoshop.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, they had it split over 2 pages on the PDF, so you had to combine it.
Lovely.
Probably because they had it in a centerfold.
On a spread.
Well, when this adventure begins, the four of you, by your own cognizance, have found yourself in Absalom, in the possession of a mysterious tarot card. And through visions and dreams and other motivations, you find yourself in front of a store called 3 Moves Ahead. Apparently, from the signage at the front, it is some sort of card store, also dealing in board games. It, by the looks of things, looks like it's pretty well closed up, and considering Mary Gleams is a couple of streets down the road, there's probably a good reason for that.
Mary Gleams is pretty top notch.
What's Mary Gleams for the uninformed?
Matt, please bring up Mary Gleams' picture.
I don't, it's not built in.
Oh, that's a crying
It
shame.
was an amazing toy shop.
It is a very amazing toy shop. But
Okay.
where 3 Moves Ahead kind of separates itself is they're apparently a specialist in the Harrow decks. Something of collectors, etc. But, like I said, the four of you have kind of been away from each other for the last year, maybe flitting in and out of each other's company. Some went further afield than others. But as you all kind of meet each other outside the store, seemingly by serendipity, how do you all respond?
Illustrana isn't quite noticing the others yet, because she's currently trying to convince Butones to stop trying to face off with like a terror bird that some merchant is riding, and Butones is like puffing up all his feathers and everything, trying to look really intimidating and cooler than this other bird. And yeah, so that's what she's doing.
So
Just trying to be 20% cooler?
Butonis just like walk around like a ground bird when necessary.
Yeah, when necessary. Yeah,
God, I love that so much.
he just walks around on the ground.
See, now I'm just thinking of that, the video of the budgie that does the stompies. When it walks around, just...
I'm also just imagining this giant, like, eagle doing the pigeon thing of the head going back and forward.
I don't think birds of prey do that, but I don't know enough about birds to be able to say it
See, like,
either way.
sadly, all I can think about is like the grouse with their big like badungadungs.
That could mean
I
so
will
many
send
things.
a picture, or I will send a video
Oh,
of
right.
a hawk
Grouses have,
walking
like-
on the ground.
Grouses are weird.
Grass is so weird. Why are they weird?
Because they have big badungadungs.
Didn't take long.
I don't know how any way to describe it other than how Nick has exactly stated it.
Oh, yeah,
I know what I'm about. Yeah.
Well,
Sorry, what was the question again?
What are we doing?
like I said,
We
the
got
four of you,
distracted.
the four of you have been separated from each other for like a year. So, what do you do when you kind of see each other? Illustrana apparently is oblivious and is busy dealing with her bird.
Oh, listen, everyone's getting a hug.
I'm horsing around. Because I'm a horse.
I was about to say,
Gorgar shows up as a horse.
Correct. Because it's the easiest way to get into the city. Because the saddle
Oh,
guard will
got
be
a
like,
bunch
oh,
of rights."
oh no, it's one of those horses. Guess we got to let it in because, you know, all them
They have
laws about not...
rights.
Yeah, they got rights because of centaurs being weird about it.
see, I both love and hate that. How do you get into the city? I turn into an animal and just walk in. Ah, we're not going to check a horse for their passport.
Whisper's reaction to seeing everyone would be just to walk up to them and just pat them lightly on the head.
Okay, so we know
Especially
who's getting
Gorgar.
fucked first.
Yeah.
After Bao does the hugging, there'll be head pats during the hugging.
Hooray.
Now, I guess the big question is, Kogar, is there some sort of tell for when you're in animal form?
Please keep it in.
Not. You know what? Sure.
Like, do the eyes stay the same? Like, that's a classic.
That'd be one, but yeah, there would be slight beard hair where relevant. So a horse would have a slightly fuzzy chin, like an undermane almost, kind of like how a kelpie would look.
Okay. Well, I guess the other question is, are we talking a Galarian horse or a horse?
What's the difference between a Galarian horse and a horse?
In Galarian
Galarian
horses are
horses.
more cow-like.
No, isn't that just because people can't drive horses? No, an actual horse.
Okay.
Ooh, rare breed.
Right?
That's how I got into the city.
They're
Yeah.
Like, what is this horse?
They have to import her from a different plane.
A horse of a horse.
Of course.
Oh god. So
As Illustrana is
Yeah.
suddenly distracted by Bao, I'm assuming just running up and hugging her from behind.
Yep.
Illustrana goes, "What the? Bao! How are you?"
I'm good. How have you been?
Well, it's been very nice. Butones is better than when you last saw him,
I'm giving
which
Butones
was
a hug.
he was dead.
Is it the
Butones
same
is
bird, Matt?
distracted by your hug, so he stops facing off against the merchant's terror bird.
that poor terror bird.
I found Whisper as well.
Oh, and I look, and right as I turn my head, I assume Whisper's just there, patting it.
Oh yeah, she's behind you.
Okay, now I have to ask, Whisper, do you do the whole Janet thing from The Good Place? Where you try your best to kind of appear in such a way as, you're in their blind spot?
Yes, that is exactly what she does. And it's not
Beautiful.
any conscious thing. She just happens to always be in that position.
So you shadow
Whisper,
people. Got it.
how have you been?
I've been
Still-
good.
Sneaky, it would seem.
Your bird got better.
Yes, he got healed. Well, he got brought back to life, to be quite frank about it.
It's a rather convenient thing to get better from being dead.
Well, there was a lot of magic involved, I'm told, and I'm also told that it cost a lot of money. Is Korgar here? And I look around, and I'm gonna make a perception check to see if I
Oh.
notice Korgar.
Ooh, first roll of the purple
First
campaign.
roll of the campaign. 33.
Wow.
Shit, what is that?
Wait, no, that's your shield boss.
Well, unless you're making a particular effort to be hidden, Korgar, Illustrana will see you.
Hiding in plain sight. That's just a
Korgar.
horse.
You seem to be, well, as strong as a horse. So, I assume it's been treating you well. I am just talking to this horse. And, yeah.
Is that because you don't have the horse sound you can press?
Yeah, but I also feel like it would be something he could do.
He's just in
Start
horse form speaking
quacking.
duck.
It's just quacking. I do have what is it Speak with Animals?
Yeah.
Where is it?
I feel like that should work.
Oh, look, if you want to make duck sounds as a horse, you're a druid. I'm not going to argue with it.
Mhm.
You're the expert.
No, I do not have. I've got plant empathy.
Well, when you level
did
to
you
level
guys
12,
get? I found a weird card. Does anyone else have these? And I'll pull out my card. We have those, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
you each
Okay.
have one of
Yeah.
the cards.
We all have our cards. I
I
will
pull out my
shift out
card.
of being an HORSE. Yes, mine looks quite like me. Just solid.
I got
I
one,
don't have my card.
but I tried to throw it away, and it came back anyway, and then I threw it away again, and it came back again. That's not normal,
Wild.
right?
No,
I tried
that
finding
does
out about
seem
this
to be
trading card game,
magical.
but it wasn't very good.
There's only 4 cards. What the hell?
Not only 4 cards. Way more cards, Matt. We just have to beat the people in a card game first.
Oh yeah, I don't have.
So
my
is
card
everyone's
actually
Gwent
in
skills
my
up to date?
inventory.
Not to do spoilers or anything, but you have no idea how right you actually are.
Well, we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh rules. Gotta get the stars, and then we gotta beat Kaiba, and then we gotta rescue our granddad.
Aren't you the granddad in this situation?
Yeah, save me, guys.
See, that means I'm gonna have to kidnap you at some point.
No.
That'd be a-okay. You
Dwarf
have no idea how many tools I have for getting you out of things. Considering I start with pest form.
Yeah, same with trying to kidnap monks. It's just a bad idea.
Mm.
So you guys were all drawn to this this shop as well, then?
That is where my vision took us. Took me. That's all.
How many people are here? I don't know.
Where am I?
Many?
All right. Well, are we going to just break in? I guess.
No, I think if the vision was wrong, obviously we're supposed to go to Mary Claims. That's actually open. Their card selection's far better, too.
I'm just gonna knock on the door.
Just gotta knock on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Well, give me a perception check as you go up to it, Bow.
By the way, if this is a trap, I'm always looking for traps, Matt. Just so you know. Have
Rogues.
Trap Finder.
My one weakness! Well,
Unless they roll bad.
now, although the streets that you see are they look empty or absent, there are some people kind of milling about and doing their merchantly type stuff, shopping, etc. But for the purposes of this map, you can't really see them. However, Bow,
Hello.
you go up to the door and give a slight knock. Well,
I'm
actually,
assuming
how
it's-
much of a knock do you give?
Question. Red building?
Yes.
Okay. Go up to door. Go up to door. I think just a regular knock. Nothing
A regular
crazy.
knock? Oh, love the Foley work.
That wasn't me, so I'm scared now.
Rap tap tap indeed.
Oh god.
Some kind of self-knocking door.
Bow,
Hello.
as you knock, you do hear some creatures moving within the building itself,
Uh-huh.
and as you knock, they suddenly stop.
Are there any windows to this shop?
There is, but they've all been blocked off with curtains.
Mhm.
And also, Bow, as you knock on the door, you notice that it's not actually locked.
Oh, neat. Okay. I open the door.
Oh, no one seems to be there. Let's go to Mary Glee. Oh, that's a spook.
Hi. We found some cards, and they want us to come here.
Excuse you? Why is there a
Like-
bone dragon?
This is a card shop, right?
Who's that?
As
I
you
assume that's a card collector. Don't be rude.
as you enter the shop, you see this creature, this bone-like fiend, kind of in mid scrambling, as it seems to be looking through the dead person's belongings for something.
Oh, there's a dead person in here?
Maybe.
I don't think I actually
Maybe?
do see this thing because I do believe it's shrouded in darkness.
Damn it! No drawing tools yet. Matt doesn't trust us enough.
You gotta earn that.
Okay, well, if there's a visible dead person, that would change my reactions here. I just assumed these people owned the store.
The devil slightly to the south of you kind of looks to his compatriot and goes, I think we've been busted. They said no witnesses. And with
Just gonna take out my weapon.
that, I will get initiative from everyone.
Radical.
It's currently an extreme encounter. Severe?
Severe.
Ugh, I don't
We s-
move before
we s-
Faru gone.
Start the game with a severe encounter.
We just have to add bow to the initiative.
Did mine roll?
I've got everyone's initiative. Now,
Good, 28.
let's see if the combat music actually works.
Do I want to intimidate the big guy or the little guy? With the big guy, considering Illustrana gets a turn first.
Can we get a better picture of this little guy? I like the look of him.
The little guy? I was about to
Yeah.
ask. He's like,
Matt, am I able to physically intimidate the big thing?
do you have
Rad
war
as
cry?
hell.
Yeah, I've got battle cry. No, for
Battle
the
cry?
purposes of intimidating prowess. Am I able to flex my guns as part of the intimidation?
I don't see why not.
Okay. I'll beat your ass, you fucking dragon.
Not a dragon.
You're all the same. He's frightened by the casual racism.
Oh.
He just feels bad that he's gonna have to kill a grandpa.
Neckman.
So let's shrink him down a little bit.
Oh, that would already be cast on me.
A vital beacon? That's fine.
That is always active.
Always just starting the day with it.
Yeah. Irritatingly, the game's like, oh, you have no daily things. It's like, I have a spell that lasts until the next daily preparations. One would think that the first time you cast it is at your first daily preparation.
Well, first things first. Hey, little Strana.
Yeah. Can fucking try.
He's gonna try to headbutt you.
Can fucking try.
That will be a success.
Can succeed. in
I
fact.
need to change the color of my dice. But that's fine. And you will take 25 damage as it gives you a headbutt.
Okay. Ow.
And for its last action,
I forgot I have no health.
actually for its last two actions,
Yes, it can just be last action. It's fine.
Gonna goat breathe goat fire.
actually no, this could be funny. Bow.
Hello.
He's gonna attempt to turn you stone. I need you to
The
make a
hell?
fortitude save.
I do nothing. I'm just gonna double check. I have a thing, apparently.
I was gonna do it to Krogar, but I feel like most demons would be like, hey, probably not gonna use something that turns someone to stone on a dwarf.
I'm honestly impressed you didn't use it on me, Matt, considering that is a fort save.
I'm experimenting. I'm seeing what
No.
works.
No, I won't use that yet. Neat.
Well, you will be unaffected by the spell. As it kind of draws some fiendish symbols in the air, and you kind of feel for only a couple of moments your skin kind of turning to stone, and you just kind of shake it off. Illustrana.
Yeah. I am going to command my bird first things first.
Yep.
What's the rules on bird, like large creatures going through medium doors?
Squeeze. So it's just
Is
difficult
it
terrain.
squeeze rules? Oh, it's just difficult terrain.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if it
then
is stuck in the doorway, then
my bird is going to double action move in. Don't think it actually could get there. It's going to stop here then, if it can't. Because it does have to walk. And then Illustrana is going to quick draw Demon's Bane.
Chicken.
Do I want to? Yeah, I mean, why not? These are fiends, so I'm gonna use
Hopefully.
Harrow the Fiend. So that is a foe that I recognize to be a fiend. So I am just gonna click use on that. That's a free action. Gonna throw that on myself. And then I'm going to bonk him.
Whack.
And I don't know if it's counting flat-footed from my bird, but it should.
Does gang up.
let me
It's
check.
gang up.
It is
I don't know
actually
if that
counting it.
matters. Okay.
I have no idea how they program that, but
Not a demon though, correct? For the
It is a
purposes
fiend.
of Demon Bane Warrior. But is it specifically a demon? Because those
No.
are two separate classes of creature. Okay, radical.
as much as I hate that idea.
Wow, that's some great rolls. Clumsy one though. And then my second attack, I'm going to quick draw for my my third action. I'm gonna quick draw Custom Officer's Folly.
Yeah.
To get that agile trait. Hit.
That'll be a hit.
Damage. There you go. Wait, sorry, I should have changed my debilitation. I would have changed it to enfeebled, so he would be enfeebled 1. As well.
The rogue bullshit begins. Where is enfeebled?
Look, you can't really complain. You got a good preview before.
Oh yeah, no, look. Someone says, hey, I'm playing a high-level rogue. I have a general idea of what I'm in for.
Yeah, you saw it from start to finish.
Yep, and it was amazing.
It was pretty.
Is that you done, though, Illustrana?
That is me done.
Our bony friend, who is currently frightened. Well, I mean, you kind of flexed on him.
I did.
But he does have some spells. Yeah, let's do it. He's going to target you, Korgar.
Are you gonna cast fear on me?
Nope.
We'll see.
He's going to give you back problems.
Whoa!
On a 5.
On a 5. Okay.
Yeah, I think this guy's not very good at casting spells.
Hey, look,
I
it's
feel like
both
you
of
just
them.
keep targeting our best saves. This is great. I can't wait for you to target Illustrana and Whisper with a reflex save.
Like me to?
So he does that and kind of goes, okay. Plan B. And
was
B
that?
is for bone.
Bone?
Bone storm.
As he shoots one of his bones at you, Kolgar.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could intercept.
Well, 15 damage.
Oh no. 15 damage.
That is him done, though. Bow.
Bow's going to turn to Illustrana. Do you have the little one if I go for the ugly one?
I think so.
And with that, she's going to bound away.
Bow bow.
There. I can't see. I don't know if that's going to be a problem.
Because there's no light.
Well,
It's a light issue.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
you can
There's
see
a
a
little
shape moving around.
circle of how far people with like only low light can see.
Oh,
Or I think
that's
in
what
your
that
case,
is.
no special senses.
Not a. If anything, like I'm missing an eye, so. So
Yeah.
move.
You can see its shape moving in the darkness. See, I keep thinking you're a fighter, but I know you're not.
I know, right?
So, Smite?
Smite that guy.
Alright, I'm going to need a flat roll from you first. D20. You're good?
Okay.
Now, have you applied Smite to yourself?
Yeah. Myself.
The effect.
Hell yeah. Then I'm gonna hit him.
You gonna hit him?
I
You
hope
don't
so.
have to.
But I could. I hope I have everything on.
Should I just move over to the... There we go. Shame about the crown. That will be a hit.
Hooray. Do I have to roll first? Or damage?
Yeah, just damage.
Okay.
Very possible flat check.
Radical. Why is vitalizing turned off? Vitalizing should be on.
Probably because it's not going to work on this thing.
Oh, that might be why. Never I mind.
$22 damage.
Yeah.
God, where'd you roll? 2 4s?
2 6s.
Nice.
That's about done.
Are you sanctified?
How do I
I'm-
find that out?
Are you a holy champion?
How do I find that out?
What's your...
No, you are holy. It's on your character sheet.
Cool.
So all your attacks should also have holy. I don't know why
The
that's not
attack
applying.
has the holy trait.
It does too.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine because it has weakness to holy and also resistance to stuff.
Okay.
Nope, that's
It's
fine.
resistance to non-silver weapons. Not to spoil it for people, but that's what it is.
I've changed their resistances.
What? Who are you guys bigger?
Gorgar.
Let's shed some light on the situation.
There we go.
I thought fire elemental shed light.
I mean, they should do.
5. Elemental form. It does not.
Yeah, right. No,
That's right, I got that covered.
You got it covered?
Oh.
Yeah.
And I move to here.
But you are Dwarf of Dark Vision, so you're good either way.
Mm-hmm. That's the end of my turn.
And that's you done?
Mm-hmm.
Whisper!
It's me. Alright, Whisper is going to.
Okay, wait. Sorry. One square down, please.
One square down?
Yeah. Okay.
When I stop using the ruler tool, gonna move
Everyone
in.
does it.
Put 15. Why do I always do that?
Do you need a hand?
Please. Thank you. So that was 15. She's learned. There we go.
Theoretically, when Illustrana is there, you can be threatening an enemy from anywhere, and you're always flanking. If Illustrana is
For-
also
for
within
you.
reach of the enemy. No, for everyone. They
You got-
upgraded Gang Up in the
They
remaster.
upgraded it? It was
Yeah.
already busted.
I know.
Okay then. Alright, so you're gonna cast light on Bow, but it doesn't want to work for some reason, so
What's not working?
there we go. Bow can drag that light effect. Because I can't do it.
Ah.
There we go.
No, God.
Oh, the color.
And now she's going to use her flurry of maneuvers to trip this guy.
Yeah, no. He's gonna be on his ass. You wanna roll that d6 for me?
Yeah. How? And then her hair is going to magically lengthen into seemingly blades and just stab the damn thing. I feel like this is an omen.
Well, look.
I think it's the wheel and woe of the D20 system.
The wheel and woe.
Natural 20 to a nat 1. I mean, look.
We had one hero point to start with, didn't we?
Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah, we don't take that.
You're
Thank
gonna
you.
use your book. Okay. That'll be a hit.
Yep.
I'm gonna take my opportune backstab when you're done rolling damage.
Yes. I also get. Da, 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 da. This is just. It didn't add the bonus from Puddle. So there we go. 5 damage.
All right.
Also, yeah, stunning blows.
A stunning blow.
Yep.
So fortitude. He's good.
Alrighty. Then I get to attack. Get crit.
Big numbers ahoy!
Bow and Whisper, you've been given hero points by chat.
Thank you.
58 damage. And he's frightened 1. And he's off guard until the start of my next turn.
Off guard to everyone.
Probably won't matter.
Your attacks.
Yep.
Okay.
But he's off guard.
I mean, we're gonna put that on him. I don't think it's gonna matter.
I need to remember to change my debilitations. That's fine.
Look, this guy's already badly injured. I'm not sure if he's going to survive. Well. See, chat, you can't really prepare for every situation that's going to happen. So he's going to do what he was going to do on his first round. No, he's going to use he's going to do a scumbag thing.
Gonna attack the bird.
No, he's going to cast Dimension Door.
Okay.
Just double checking.
It's actually translocate now.
If anyone has an attack of opportunity that's triggered by, like, casting spells.
Is that within my reach? No.
No.
Otherwise, he's going to teleport over to there,
Okay.
and then he's going to stand up. And that's him done.
He's
Illustrana.
no longer frightened.
Oh, that's the least of his
Or
issues right now.
off guard. Okay. First things first, I'm gonna ask you, what's the headroom in this building looking like?
Look, our bony friend there is kind of squeezing by at the moment.
Yeah.
So
So I would not be able to take flight. Radical.
No.
It's fine.
This map and another one in this first chapter are the only ones for quite a while that you won't be able to mount up.
Okay. Why is my bird so slow? It's because it's a bird. Is the answer. But, Okay.
Right.
Got one villain point, man.
I have a villain point. I do too. I was given one beforehand.
Okay, so Matt's a big liar just to get more villain points. That's good to know. You liar.
Illustrana is just going to... Well, how far can I get? I can get... It would take 2 strides to get up to him. Ooh, wait, no, it wouldn't. I'm gonna stride to there.
Being an elf is great.
I know, it is great. And then I'm going to...
Are humans OP? No, elves.
do an I'm going to drop Customs Officer's Folly.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to trip. So that
He's already. Oh no, he got back up, didn't he? Yeah.
got back up.
Good.
So that's a trip.
That's a trip.
I assume that succeeds.
And then some.
Does it critically succeed? Because I'll roll my 1d6.
Yeah, roll your 1d6. Because he is on his butt.
2 damage.
This is the second time in this fight it's happened to him.
And then I'm going to
My
attack
bottom.
with the machete. But I'm going to have
Oh
map.
god. Okay, Sleepy.
gonna
Everyone
miss.
has 2 hero points, by the way.
Hooray!
That's annoying.
Thank you.
Danke.
I rolled a 10. I'm not gonna hero point that.
No?
No.
You
That would be silly. I know I could. That would be silly though. And then I'm going to command the bird. The bird is going to stride to there. Or wait, sorry, no. I already did 3. My bad.
You did. No, it's not Antechamber Andy. This is his brother, was it?
The bird is going to
Yeah, deck building
use
brother.
independent
Perception Randy.
action to stride.
Okay.
Card building candy.
All right. Speaking
Register Ralph.
of, it is Candy's turn.
Check out Candy. This is the shop. Let's check
Step.
out.
Ooh,
Okay.
Brave man with his steps.
Whoa. What's gonna hit you if you don't step, Matt?
Well, I don't know.
Like, you've got a druid and a rogue.
Yeah,
And
and
a
a champion.
Hello.
Champions have to take reactive strike.
Regardless, I just want him to
Hashtag
be
not all
there
champions.
because now he's flanking Illustrana.
Yeah. You gonna attack my poor fragile elf?
I absolutely am.
Ugh, how dare you, Matt? You're gonna miss.
Wow. You know what? No, I have villain points.
Okay.
Dude,
I'm gonna use one of them. Even though I felt a little bit baited by it. That's still gonna be a hit, though.
Radical. Are you sure you want to deal that damage?
Champions, every fucking time! Well, let's find out what the damage is first. See whether it's worth it. Yeah, no, he's gonna do the damage.
I think I put the champion's resistance on myself, and then I take the damage. I think that's
Try
how
that
this
out, yeah.
probably works.
And Candy also takes full
radical.
persistent spirit damage from that.
oh, is this an exalted reaction?
Relentless.
Oh, so you choose
You
between them.
refuse.
No, that's like levels. So the next level up will be exalted.
Ah,
Well, seeing that, he super doesn't appreciate it.
yeah, you should stride away.
He's gonna try to stick you with his claw. And that is going to be a miss. And thank you,
Yes.
I will take that second villain point.
Oh.
Bow.
Wow. So he did attacks
Yes.
against me and my friends. So smite is still ongoing. Just wish it didn't expire. So just gonna do this real quick. Use that. No. There we go.
Just making sure you still have it.
Well, it expired. It expired already when it wasn't supposed to.
That will happen.
Then I'm just gonna like try and hit him a whole bunch.
Well, that's one hit. Ow, that really hurts.
Man, you've got good resistances.
Thanks, I work out.
Do I do the third attack or do I try to I should have tried to intimidate him first, really. Third attack it is.
Third attack?
Yeah.
See, that's what
expected.
you get. That's what you get.
And end my turn.
Korgar.
I'm gonna do Recklin of the Knowledge
Yep.
against Candy. That's a religion you would like, yes?
Yes, please.
Engage
you have-
smart mode.
Unless you have like demon lore or something. Okay, no.
That's Juliet.
Once I have, what is it? I have a ranger in Rusthenge and my investigator in Gatewalkers. Both of them have been wanting to get a critical success on a recall knowledge just once. Haven't been able to do it. First recall knowledge of the campaign, natural 20. Congratulations, core guy.
Just be smart.
Just be smart. Just be better.
Good.
What, like it's hard.
What do you want to know?
Weaknesses.
Weak to holy.
Okay.
Do you want another question?
Weakest save.
Fortitude and will.
Yeah, cool.
They are the same, and also weakest.
Gotcha. Alright, now I'm gonna slam down.
Okay.
I rolled a 3. Still hit.
Look, flanking.
I rolled a 3, Matt. This guy's obviously nothing compared to the other guy.
I mean, look, the other guy's not looking too good either.
Oh, by the way, he's no longer enfeebled and clumsy.
The little guy.
21 damage.
21 hot damage.
Fire! I was made of this! Look, you got a natural 20 on your recall knowledge roll. I can let you know that. I can let you take back that attack if you want to do something else instead.
Nope. Too late.
Too
Asked
late?
the wrong questions. And now I trip.
If it hits and deals damage.
Look.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still going to
You-
apply it.
You... No. You're right.
I mean, I'm happy to
I
apply
probably
it, but-
shouldn't have gone the fire elemental in the first place, considering the whole point of it was to just illuminate the room. But we're here now. That's the that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Our druid being very helpful.
I mean, recall knowledge.
Recall knowledge, in which we learned,
Fort and Will are its
Nothing.
lowest saves.
which I think we already knew.
All right, Whisper, what you doing?
Whisper's running up here. I measured it out. It's just 50 foot.
Yeah, no,
Going around rather than through. And she's going to punch this guy in the... Well, actually, she's going to put on a reflective ripple. And hit this guy first with a flowing wave.
that's gonna hit.
He's going to hit. Also, I noticed my torrent rune isn't there anymore, and my familiar doesn't have its aura for some reason.
I will have to look into that.
Yeah.
There was an update recently.
Okay. Yeah.
But that'll be with an extra point of damage?
That should be... Well, I put the point on. That should have also been 3d6. It's just...
It's been done?
It's been done.
Yeah.
Kill. That's that. And we punch again.
Oh, that's right, because high-level monk fists
Yep.
count as
Okay,
like
well,
silver and bullshit.
Yep. Second thing missed, but I also forgot, yeah, stunning blows for the first hit.
Fortitude save. He's good.
And that's...
That's
not my
you?
turn. No, I still have one more. I always forget about...
Also, can I roll my reaction on that hit? Sorry.
Yes.
No. Okay.
We're still getting used to the flow of all the players' abilities and things like that.
I just feel really impolite interrupting other people's turns to be like, yeah.
Well, not to continuously bring it up, but in Agents of Edgewatch, when it got to the point where Quintus and Halcyon were bouncing off each other, they just had the flow there, and they knew the gaps for each other.
5 to... I'm gonna go slashing.
Can I just drop that on? Oh, gives me a drop-down menu. Beautiful.
They said you give it slashing weakness.
Weakness, yep.
Okay, then. Living hair it is. Ah, damn it.
What'd you get? 15? Yeah.
Yeah. Map 8, so...
Is that done?
That's done!
Now he's got a decision to make.
Can teleport again.
He absolutely can.
Like a fucking coward.
Or you can try tumble through the monk.
Or the rogue.
Look, Dimension Door worked. It's just such a... Well...
I mean, you say that, but the same two people are beating his ass. I
Yeah,
don't
you just
think
run-
it did.
You're just going from one side of the room to the other. So instead of that, instead of him teleporting away, because he's realized how kind of not smart that is, he's going to stand up.
Okay.
Wasn't he already standing, or did you trip him?
I tripped him
Right.
Yeah, you've been keeping him on his
to
ass.
get off guard for my
That's right, yeah.
sneak attack.
I mean, you're already hurting Illustrana, so he's going to try to get you down further. He's going to start with the horns. The GM is going to re-roll using a villain point.
Aw, coward.
What do you mean, coward?
Take your misses like a champion.
Only if you do too.
I notoriously have not hero pointed any of my attacks this game. This whole
Notoriously, it's
campaign,
the
actually.
We've had like 1.5 sessions. Well, we probably have one session, I guess, by this point.
Notoriously, Matt.
Yeah, notorious, because such a reputation. He's gonna try to claw you.
Again? Oh my goodness. Miss. You're gonna hero point that one too, Matt.
No, I'm not going to. Illustrana. Is your first thing going to
radical.
be trip? Are you going to trip him?
No.
You sure?
No. I already have off guard. I'm gonna chop him with my machete. It's gonna be my first thing. I'm gonna break my notorious streak of not hero pointing attack.
Your legendary streak, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm
That will be a hit.
The wheel and woe.
Ooh.
then deal
Stealing
30
your
damage.
fate.
And he's gonna become enfeebled one. Oh, he's not dead yet.
He's very close.
I am just gonna attack him again, I think. Yeah. Good roll of 15. Do. There you go. That's. I would have gone to clumsy for that, but he's dead, so it doesn't
He's
matter.
dead now.
Killed him.
So that's 1, 2.
So much for the heart of the cards.
Command my bird. Bird goes here. Bird packs.
That's a hit. Savage. No, it has to be the specialty, then they get the silver things. I may be wrong.
Technically, there should have been a like D4 or something of
Yes, because you have the
piercing
beast
as
monster thing.
precision damage. Let me check how much it actually should be. Nature's precision.
2d4?
1d4 because it's not specialized yet.
Oh god.
2 extra damage.
Boop.
Okay, thank you.
Oh god, I'm being attacked by a bird now.
That will end my turn.
See, my brother warned me about this. He said enclosed spaces are bad.
Wait, what? Wait, out of character. What? Andy would never say that. Andy's all about enclosed spaces.
He was stuck in an antechamber for hundreds of years.
It was his life's passion.
He was stuck in a 15 by 20 foot room for over 100 years.
Life's passion.
Butones just squawks in agreement when he's complaining about the enclosed space.
Wants to get the talons out, just can't do it at the moment.
Well, Candy.
Wait, I know what to do.
Manipulate action.
5-foot step. Because I remember this from the pre-game. He's going to do his tail sweep.
What is that? Oh. Where's the cone?
Can't hit all of you.
True.
He was
Should
going
be
in that
able to
direction.
Okay. I think you could probably hit bow if you angle the cone a little bit more.
Hey.
I'd have to do it to like.
I already had my fortitude thing. This is your reflex thing.
Oh, look at that, a critical success on a 4.
And Petonius?
Don't think Whisper had to make it.
Whisper didn't even have to. I think Whisper was just showing off.
just styling on him.
No, I'm in that, aren't I?
Nope. Just
No,
outside
more.
of it.
Just out.
You're just outside.
Oh, let me
Look, you all got critical successes regardless.
You rolled pretty.
Ah. Well, He's
I kind
questioning
of
his
wanted
life choices.
my bird to just succeed on that one so Bao could get a reaction in, but, you know.
He's gonna turn to you, Korgar, and go, "Hey, look, so nothing personal. I just think I got a better shot on you."
Embarrassing.
I lean in real
Embarrassing.
close.
I'm not even gonna hero point that. That's too great.
Get him.
Bow.
Okay, so first thing is going to... First thing... So I'm gonna just re-up that. Hang on, actually,
He
wait.
didn't deal damage to your friend.
No, it
Well,
takes...
he took hostile actions.
Yeah, takes hostile action. That's fine. That's fine. First,
Yeah.
I'm going to try intimidating. First, this time. After witnessing that, Bao's simply going to ask him, "Okay, so where's the real killer?" And then I'm just going to hit him.
Yeah, he's unfazed by that. He is, however, going to be very phased by this.
Kind of his, yeah.
Phased out.
I'm waiting for the bigger numbers.
You gotta wait for my crits, Matt.
Are you knocking him about at all?
No, because if he moves any further, then I have to move.
That's a hit.
First action, dismiss. This doesn't help. Doesn't. Hello.
Yeah, Katie just kind
Matt.
of look. Yeah?
He didn't have a weakness to healing, did he?
No.
Okay.
Just totally.
He looks like he would.
Well, I guess I'll just do as Bao does.
Yep.
Guys, come on.
No.
He's already dead. Look.
Hey, you whippersnapper, I'll get you real. Have an uppercut.
Uppercut? Did you want me to describe it, or you got something?
I suck him in his top jaw because he's got like a split underjaw and there's nothing to really catch it in the underjaw. So just punch his top jaw.
And as you do this, we kind of see the cracks run down its whole skeletal body before it kind of shatters apart. And we see the demonic essence of it just floating in midair for a couple of moments, being like, I just wanted some cards. Oh god.
You should be disappointed in yourself.
But that's both of them done.
We did it.
You did do it.
Illustrana is going to pick up her dagger.
Alright. Rifle through the bones for cards.
They have
Neither
no
of them-
loot.
Neither of them have any cards.
Neither of them have any loot
Alright.
whatsoever.
What's on the shelves, Matt? Do we have like any decent deck boxes? Any commander decks on the go?
What's going on with this drawing on the ground? Can I
That
recall
drawing?
knowledge on it?
Or
Would
the
I use
dead
fortune
person?
telling lore to recall knowledge on that?
Okay,
Sort of
so
drawing on the ground.
for the drawing, a perception or society check.
Really? No fortune telling lore. Okay.
Actually, No, you make a good point. Give me fortune telling.
Radical. I can't lick it to recall knowledge on it better, I don't think.
No. You're pretty sure it's chalk.
32.
Final Fantasy.
The new Final Fantasy MTG set? No.
No Final Fantasy. Final
Final
Fantasy.
Fantasy. Okay. I just have to do some quick calculations. Illustrana, having a closer look at this drawing, it looks like a pretty rough map of the local area.
Oh, that's weird.
In particular, 3 locations are strongly indicated by the X marks. Historia, Reliquary, Kraken's Ink Tattoo, and Reclaimed Paradise.
Well, that's interesting. Seems there was a map of some sort.
Doors.
There are, in fact, doors.
I think
They're
I've been to
playing
Kraken's Ink
tabletop war
Tattoo.
games in here. They're a bunch of nerds.
Yep, try the next one.
Ooh. Any blue eyes white dragons in here?
Unfortunately, no.
Korgar, could you heal me, perhaps?
I was going to interrupt you before, but I gave you fast healing, so you've got 48 back.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Oh, wow.
I'll take that.
I will spend 10 minutes doing a treat wounds.
Okay.
Can I examine the body?
Examine the body. Give me a perception check.
Nature.
That's a 34.
34. You don't find anything specifically on her body that hasn't already been searched. She doesn't seem to have anything really much of value on her except for the chalk, which is only really questionable in value.
Radical, I'm up to full.
I will mention though, on her upper arm, she bears a very recent tattoo. It's still kind of in the process of scarring up properly.
Mm-hmm.
Of an architect being struck by lightning.
Okay.
Is that like a holy symbol?
Why an architect specifically? That's
Yeah. How what
holding a
indicates them as an
blueprint.
architect?
yeah.
He's
How do I
holding like
know?
he's holding like the set roller.
He's actually holding his designs of the Palace of Arkaze. That's a Genshin reference for all you Genshin nerds in the chat.
He's wearing a badge that says, "I'm an architect." It's very tiny.
Man, that tattoo artist is really detailed.
Bao, do you actually mention the tattoo?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Illustrana, give me a fortune telling lore check.
Oh, Radical.
Oh, these whippersnappers getting tattoos done on their arms.
32.
This tattoo is a representation of the Harakad known as the Vision.
And what's the meaning of this card, Matt?
The Vision is usually reserved for, as the name suggests, visions. It's usually views into the future, having a different or bigger perspective on things.
Okay.
So that would link them to the tattoo parlor. What are the other 2 places? Do we know?
Reclaim Paradise is a junkyard.
Mm-hmm.
I will get to you in a second, Whisper.
Okay.
whereas the reliquary is something of a antiquities store and dealership.
Okay. So another junkyard.
A fancy junkyard. Now, Whisper,
Yes.
checking out the room.
Yes.
Give me a perception check. We're gonna. Would you like to re-roll that?
Yeah.
The
No,
wheels
Aaron,
and woes
whoa!
of the bloody system.
The office that you're currently in is a mess. There are piles of paperwork and incomplete games covering every surface. A messy cot in the corner indicates that someone's been sleeping here for the past few days. Oh god, it's kind of my room.
I'd like to be thinking you've been sleeping in your room for more than just the past few days, Matt.
Oh yeah, no, like I've got a proper bed and everything. And yes, I do realize how suspicious it sounds when I say it like that.
I have a real bed.
I absolutely have a real bed.
You wouldn't know them. They're in Canada.
And so, in particular, I can see there's actual playing cards, but those Harrow cards as well on the floor.
Well, to begin with, you do find
Find a
jammed
black
amongst a
lotus.
lot of the other pieces of paper and stuff, a series of scrolls.
Scrolls.
Ooh. So, scroll of quench, scroll of heroism, scroll of slow, scroll of telepathic bond.
I'm literally the only person that can, aren't I?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh no,
Hmm.
you might be able to do a couple of them, Whisper.
Oh right, you've got which?
Yeah, I do.
By the way, Matt.
Yeah.
Sorry, actually, just continue. Sorry, I'm interrupting. My bad.
Okay, you're fine. Whisper, you also find, as you're kind of searching the desk, a ledger.
Mhm.
And kind of used as a bookmark in the ledger is a tarot card.
It is the vision.
Radical. Does it
There
give
a
us
way?
cool magical powers, or is it just like a standard division?
No, it's the. Pretty sure it's the big one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the big one. I don't know how to make it pop up in the side for everyone, but
You take.
Oh,
it
you can
into
just-
your thing.
you can just click on the name in the thing from where I picked it up. Yeah. She's
then
gonna
it should
come
be able to.
outside and
There we go.
sort of show everyone's like, I found another one of these cards.
Oh my god.
Okay, Matt, I would
Yeah.
like to, this demon,
Yeah.
had sort of like cold iron properties with its claws and horns.
Yeah.
I'd like to butcher it and harvest that to use for later. I have monster crafting,
Yeah. Monster crafting. Well,
so when I can use the body of a monster to help craft items using survival instead of crafting for the craft activity when I do.
give me a crafting check.
Well, can I make you a survival check? Because
Oh,
that's
survival.
what the feat says. Yeah.
Oh, using survival instead of craft, it just has craft.
Yeah.
There's the button.
Yep.
This is what I get for skimming.
It's a 29.
Are you satisfied with that roll? You'll be
I mean,
unsuccessful.
yeah. Oh, what? Then I'm not satisfied. I want to harvest his dead body. No! Evidence.jpg. I flew too close to the sun, y'all.
As you kind of go to harvest from the demon, it starts to kind of melt away, as demons have a tendency to do, especially those who have just been summoned to this plane, as opposed to being here by other means.
Well, I think these demons were summoned. As I say, as like the horn I have is just sort of slowly dissipating in my hand. So that's interesting.
Matt, do we have any indication as to how they were summoned? Anything, either their
Magic, I
remains
assume.
or ritual-wise?
Ooh.
Is there any indication that they were summoned here, or if they were summoned elsewhere?
You're level 11, so judging by the general ambience of the room, they weren't summoned directly in here. Now that you've got a chance to properly look at the room, you can see that the front door was bashed in, or kicked in at the very least.
And they just propped it back up again?
Well, just broke the lock. Like, didn't break it completely off the
Oh.
hinges, just kind of broke the lock for the door so they could get in. Probably the little one did it.
The goat.
Probably just
The
headbutted his
Digimon.
way in.
Is there an X marked on the map for this store?
There is not.
Okay.
Otherwise, the
what
last
were-
thing about the ledger.
Mhm.
The ledger is kind of a lot of disjointed. Let me start again. The front part of the ledger is someone else's handwriting, but appears to be business dealings, that kind of thing. Once that kind of finishes, about 6 months ago, it switches over to what has been dated to a couple of days ago. And it's kind of her trying to make sense of the visions she's been having since the card came into her possession. And she's been trying to work out what it all means. Unfortunately, the best she's kind of come up to is she's looking for a stall or store known as the Harrow Barrow.
Mhm.
Her visions kind of talk of a strange elf pushing a wheelbarrow-like device filled with cards. With several of the cards within the barrel kind of shining with a dim light, as if they're being highlighted.
What cards are those?
They are not mentioned in the vision.
I thought there might have been an illustration.
Unfortunately, no.
When's the most recent entry?
This morning,
Okay.
as you can tell, her day did not go as planned.
Do we want to possibly drop her off by like a temple or something? One of those places where they do revivals and stuff?
I know. That's
I think
expensive.
Minimum
Yes.
proper burial is best. So I'll pick her up, and if we're leaving, I'll take her to a temple of Pharasma.
I was about to say it's Absalom. Where are you going to take a barrier? Just kind of pull up the street.
Temple of Pharasma.
Yeah.
I think we just drop it off on the people whose job it is, you know?
Exactly.
Found
Those
this random
cops that
lady
go
in a
around
store.
asking for dead bodies.
So what were the shops, Matt? A tattoo shop.
The shop's
Historia.
Yeah.
Historia, Kraken's ink tattoo, and Reclaimed Paradise.
2 times junk shop.
Kraken's ink tattoo is where.
spot. I love a good tattoo spot.
So where do we want to go next?
I reckon the tattoo shop. No, Merry Gleam.
Mary Gleam.
So the tattoo shop.
Merry Gleam for better cards.
Well,
I'm trying to find some hollows.
Some good sleeves for our cards.
Absolutely.
I will say that her store did have a couple of cantrip decks.
Ooh,
And-
what kind of cantrip?
You know, she like had the full collections.
Oh, they were the full cantrip decks.
But unfortunately, in the fighting, they were all damaged beyond repair. But you are aware that there are some of the students of the Arcanarium who are using the cantrip decks to play some sort of game with them.
Is it Hexus
Otherwise-
Hold'em?
Okay, that was pretty good. I'll admit that, yeah. As you finish up in the shop, however, do we want to take our break?
Sure.
Sure. Seems like a good time to do it. I need to say hello to people who have showed up for a Halloween party. But yeah, we're going to take a short little bio break, take a little bit of a stretch. I'm going to grab another coffee. But I hope everyone's enjoying the premiere of Stolen Fates. The mystery is already kind of starting to deepen a little bit, as our players are going to be walking around the Grand Bazaar trying to figure out where some more of these cards are. But they have 5 of them now.
Walking. He thinks we'll be walking.
Look, look. At least 2 of you will be walking. I don't think Korgard technically has to walk if he doesn't want to.
Depends on if you want to allow it. I can make all of us not walk.
You're gonna turn everyone into animals?
No, I can carry people.
Oh, okay.
Look, the
I
bird can
never
also
know.
carry people.
I never know, okay? Alright, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. I'm gonna run an ad during the break for all the Twitch stuff. And we're probably gonna put up a poll? Yeah, at the very least for Illustrana and Whisper. Because Whisper only has 1 hero point and Illustrana has none. So, we shall see you back here in about 10 minutes. See you then. Hello everyone, and return! I have my coffee, I have water, I've stretched a little bit, I'm good to go. I'm also scrambling to get some art together because the built-in journal on Foundry is not working for me.
Hey,
It's fine, I got this.
What is this midpoint hero point question?
Oh god, do I want to know?
How does the party keep their cards safe? Sock, card sleeve, rubber band, or double sleeve? The winning was sock with 2 votes.
So who's getting the point?
man, I don't know.
So we're gonna give it to Illustrator, I guess.
Yeah, I
Okay.
feel like that'd be an Illustrana thing to do, would be to put her cards in a sock.
She's a refined noblewoman, but okay.
Yeah, but she's probably not a nerd for cards like this.
I think the other question would be which party member is the secret, like, card addict?
I mean,
Well,
Whisper
not
likes
Korgar.
picture books.
Korgar's not secret about his enjoyment of card games.
It's competing with her dagger for that sock slot, to be fair.
He's got a first edition Black Lotus.
Did he turn into a token as well?
Turn into a token.
Yeah, no, there was a picture that was going around on the internet of someone getting their Black Lotus and turning it into a token to use.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that was a reprint, but yes. Not a reprint, just a print.
Just a print.
Unofficial print.
So, the question I have for all of you players. Where are you going?
Tattoo shop!
Tattoo shop?
Tattoo.
Yes, let's go back to the tattoo shop.
It's the most
Back?
obvious one there is.
Okay, looking at the map that the person drew from above, that's a shrimp, right? Like,
Yeah.
Sometimes the drapes are just blue. Just
Shrimp.
saying.
I think it's prawn,
Ow.
actually. As they're walking to the tattoo shop, I just want to like fly over the junkyard and just sort of look down at it, see how gross it looks.
Give me a perception check as you fly over the top.
Perception check.
Nice. Well, with a 32, it does kind of look like it's less of a junk shop and more of a junkyard.
Yeah.
But as you kind of fly over the top, there are a couple of vehicles there that are currently in the process of being fixed up and repaired. And pride of place in the center of the junkyard appears to be a obstacle course.
Well, I'm gonna note that down in my brain.
Not in your journal?
Nah, in my brain. An elf never forgets.
Did elves
Few concussions will
invent
fix that.
remembering?
They did. That's why elves are so great, and why they live so long, because they just remember to keep living. The issue with other races is they forget.
I'm pretty sure that's not how that works, but you know.
yeah,
That's why
the
humans
Yaogwai would
die
like
as
to
they get
have a word with
older.
the elves, if that's possible.
Yeah, imagine dying.
It's why when humans start losing their memory, they get way closer to dying. The reason getting stabbed kills you is because it hurts so much you forget to stay alive.
I'm gonna have to go citation needed on this one.
Yeah, just a little bit.
She's got all these law skills and no clue still.
That's how Illustrana thinks staying alive works. Notably untrained in medicine.
Yeah.
Untrained in medicine, and that's why her bird died. It just forgot.
It did.
It was a memory
That's
attack.
why
Don't worry about it.
It's why she spent the year in between. She kept reminding it, "Hey, you've got to remember to stay alive when we're in a fight. You know, no matter how
Retraining it.
bad it hurts." I don't see
Now-
the junkyard on the map.
I just realized this is part of a ship.
Part of the crew?
No, just the butt of a ship.
Because that's Mary Gleams.
Oh, it's towards the top there, at the north end. There's
Oh yeah,
The restaurant's there.
obstacle course.
I'm pretty sure that's the menagerie.
makes sense.
That looks half and half, but okay.
Look, I could be wrong. Next week, I will have all the store locations all set up and ready to go.
All
Get your
right.
sweet
Someone had a lot
rolls.
of fun with this map.
Thank you.
Right?
Well, we
Wow.
head to the tattoo shop, I guess.
Yes, show players.
A man.
Entering the
chin
shop.
strap.
Entering the shop, there is a slight bell that rings as you enter. Typical for most of the stores that are around here. Now, for Kraken's Inc. here in the Grand Bazaar, this is a secondary location for them, as their main location is in the docks area of Absalom. So, this particular one isn't as finely appointed, would be the best way to put it. But he is currently with a client, and as you will enter, they look up and go, I'll be with you in just a second, just finishing this artwork off.
Who's the client? Do I know the client?
I probably don't know the client.
Okay.
They look to be a merfolk, though.
Oh, radical. Merfolk are so
What sort of
cool.
reception seating do they have available, Matt?
They have good reception seating. It's kind of a
Chairs,
tent-like
couches.
There is a couch. There are a couple of chairs as well.
I go sit on the couch.
There is also a coffee table type thing, and with little portfolios on the top of it, where you can kind of go through and look at the designs the tattoo artists have been doing.
I would love to look through the portfolios.
Looking through the portfolios, they're... Well, for one thing, they're really good. Arhan, who's the proprietor, kind of makes sure that all of his artists are of top-notch quality. He's kind of established a reputation for...
And I know they're good, because I have art lore.
You have art lore?
I do.
Give me an art lore check then.
Yes, but what about Illustrana?
I'm assuming I can't taste the art to know how good it is.
I don't know. Do you want to ask the merfolk?
Just give it a lick. It'll be fine.
21.
Tastes fishy.
No, it's actually, it tastes healing.
Taking a look at
Alright.
the artwork, you can tell that it's a very good style. It's not something you're really familiar with.
That
You're-
would make sense.
You're more familiar with the kind of Kyonin style,
Yeah.
and these ones seem to be kind of local, but with a little bit of mixed in flair from further up north. Being this close to Avestan and to the Saga lands, if I've got my geography right. Let me taste your tattoo is quite an icebreaker.
Yeah, don't say that to Whisper.
Ah.
Yeah, no, that noise will be coming from two directions. Makes sense in a second. For context, this guy is that Arwen?
Yep.
Okay.
What is everyone else doing in the waiting room?
I'm swinging my feet.
Yep.
Whisper is just standing at the counter, just watching Arwen work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a drink.
Whisper, give me a perception check.
Okay.
As you're watching him do his work, it's what you would expect from a tattoo artist, especially of this age, shall we say, where it's the kind of more manual method of doing it as opposed to the machines that we have nowadays.
Oh, I thought he was doing it via magic, but okay.
Well, we're going to get to that part. As you kind of watch, you do notice that he is weaving some magic in with the tattoo as he's doing it.
You know, elves invented magical tattoos.
Which book did they come out in?
I will mention that for context, Whisper has been here before.
He has been here before?
Yes.
Well, what tattoo did she get from here?
She has a tattoo which she uses to store her familiar. It is-
Well, about 15 minutes will pass. And he'll put down the tattoo gun and get up from his place and go to the front counter and go, "Oh, Whisper, yeah? Did a tattoo. Yeah. I did a tattoo for you a little while back.
Yes. Puddle's
How-
very happy with it.
I was gonna ask. I'm glad to hear it.
Is the tattoo just of like a kiddie pool, and then when Puddle is absorbed into the tattoo, the kiddie pool is full and has little eyes?
Well, the tattoo is sort of an open, like, shark teeth. Like that kind of, like, classic jawbone of a shark mouth. It's on her tongue.
God bless.
See, I was
So
not
that's why you
expecting that.
shouldn't ask Whisper to taste her tattoo.
Yeah, that's why I said that noise would be coming from two sides.
Yeah, no, it makes sense now.
She got it there because she figured it's nice and moist in there, so Puddle wouldn't like it.
Look, you're
I
not
love it.
wrong. For Aaron's part, though, he seems completely unfazed by it. And he kind of goes, "Okay, is this a checkup? Is everything okay? Stick your tongue out."
Blah.
He kind of has a quick look at it and goes, "No, it seems to have healed up just nicely."
When she does this, you hear this, like, little chirping gurgle, like little happy gurgle, just coming from her tongue.
Yeah, no, it seems to have healed in quite fine.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Oh, excuse me.
You're fine.
There's nothing really wrong with the tattoo, but we found something curious. We
Oh?
found your store on a map.
Well, I'd hope so. I'm
And
pretty
a
sure
dead person.
Yeah, it was a-
I have not killed anyone.
To be clear, it was a map that a recently deceased woman had drawn. Did you have someone come in here and get a tattoo of the what was it? The
An architect-
vision?
I can literally just show him the card.
Yeah, Whisper pulls out the actual vision card and says, "This."
Yeah.
She's unfortunately passed. If she means a lot to you, she's at the Temple of Pharasma. Until they move her to her gravesite.
Illustrana, give me a diplomacy check. Whisper, you can aid in this. Using diplomacy if you want, or something else as is relevant.
I was just waiting for the aid.
I'm very
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt things, but I've just found something fantastic on this map. There is
Yeah.
a bear painting.
Oh my god, I love him.
There's
is
a bear that is painting.
Okay, literally a bear painting.
Continue on with your little game.
Oh wow, that is an actual bear painting. What the hell?
He's cute as hell. I love him. He's my favorite resident of Absalom.
Okay, now there's a lot more questions. Is this a bear that has been trained to paint?
I think it's an awakened animal.
No.
I
This map came out before Awakened Animals did.
It's just true.
Yeah, but not before the idea of awakened animals.
Fair.
Elves invented awakened animals.
Or is this a Korgar
They did.
situation? Like, is this a
Well, 'cause-
druid that's turned into a bear?
Druids are the people that awaken animals, and elves invented druidism.
Oh dear God.
It's why
gnomes.
Druidic is written in the Elvish script.
Just to be clear, Nick, I'm blaming you for this.
Oh, I'm taking notes. Don't you worry about tomorrow.
Ah. Hey, Obscura, why'd you ban elves from your table? Do you think they're OP or not? No, just, reasons.
High five, Juliet.
High five!
You don't seem to ban anything for, mechanical reasons. No, not at all. Don't have to.
Mechanics aren't an issue. Players are.
Untrained improvisation, okay. So you will get the +1 of that for 31.
No, it's included.
Oh, you did include it? Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, here goes. Well, Hedgick came in a couple of weeks ago. Well, not a couple of weeks ago. It probably would have only been a couple of days. And got the tattoo done. She looked pretty desperate for it. Normally I don't do a tattoo like that without a booking, but we'd been discussing our work and stuff like that for a while now, and I was kind of eager to do a Harrow illustration, and she had one that she specifically wanted done. And he kind of gestures to the card. I'm sorry to hear she's died, though.
Murdered by demons. You wouldn't happen to know anyone who would want to summon demons to murder her, would you?
Personally, no. I just look. This is Absalom. There's a lot of weird people around here. And look, it's not like they don't have Diabolists around here. Like, you can absolutely just go to the Temple of Asmodeus. So I'm not
devils?
Why would you?
Oh. I'm just
It's
not
very
sure. I'll
stinky in there.
Too many,
Brimstone. You can smell it.
too many cops.
It's the cops that have me concerned. But I have done infernal tattoos in the past. I'm not a big fan of them. But, yeah, no, I've done a couple in the past.
Has anyone else come in wanting a Harrow tattoo?
Not recently.
Recently?
Well, it's not so much that he wants the tattoos as there's a guy who comes by every now and again, has a barrow filled with cards. He likes to discuss the artwork with me.
When did you last see this? When did you last see this fellow?
Oh, it'll be a couple of weeks at this point. He's got like I said, the guy's got his own little moving wagon thing, so he travels around a fair bit. But
Could you
whenever he
please
comes
draw
by,
it onto a piece of paper for us?
the barrow.
All of him.
Yeah, alright. Honestly, our most normal looking party. Yeah, this is.
Honestly, you definitely are most normal looking.
Until we get into combat.
Then things kind of change a little bit.
4 marshals walk into a bar. The bar says ow.
The bar breaks. He gets to work on the artistry, and it's another 5 to 10 minutes, and he's putting a fair bit of work into it as well. Probably
I am
more
just
than-
gonna look past him and see what the merfolk is doing to like get out of here. they're just sort of like flopping on the ground out of here, or what's going on?
Oh no, they're a fintail. Oh, wingtail? The ones with the wider bases.
The ones that have a 15-foot move speed.
Yeah.
I hate that. It's a strong tail, I believe, is what it's
Strong
called.
tail? Okay. But yeah, eventually he finishes out with the illustration and gives it over to you.
What does it look like, Matt?
It looks like a elven gentleman, probably middle-aged. The barrow itself doesn't look like a garden wheelbarrow, more like a wooden box on wheels with a big like drive wheel in the front of it. On top of it, however, is a carousel-like device, and Aaron's kind of gone to a little bit of effort to put some details into it, and it does look like there's some sort of clockwork mechanism that causes it to rotate. He says a couple of words, and the picture begins to move, and you notice as the carousel thing does start to rotate.
Do any of the harrow cards that he's drawn illuminate or shine out in particular?
He hasn't gone into that much detail with the cards themselves.
Oh man.
Do I recognize the elven gentleman?
Give me a society check. This is going to be pretty difficult, but I know you.
I worked at the embassy, so
Yeah.
you know, that's why I ask. There you go.
I mean, it's a fair question. Like I said, I know you.
I worked at the embassy.
Where is it? You recognize him as a man called Dariel.
That's Dariel.
Yeah, that's his name. You know him?
He's you know, I used to work at the embassy here in Absalom, for the Keonan embassy. So I know a lot of the elves who reside here.
Well, fair enough then.
Do I know anything about him other than his name?
He's currently got a merchant's license. He hasn't been home to Keonan in hundreds of years.
Fair enough.
Does travel, mostly sticks to Absalom, but does travel a little bit into the surrounds.
Okay. What, to like Otari and stuff, or not
Otari's
that
probably
far
the-
afield?
No, Atari's probably about the length that he goes to, but in kind of all directions, if that makes sense. Like he takes the coastal road north, east, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But his home base definitely seems to be in Absalom itself.
Do I have like a mailing address, or is that too specific?
That is too specific. He doesn't.
I would have
one.
needed to nat 20 for that.
No, like I said, he's got his barrow, and that's how he kind of gets around, and he doesn't really have a fixed address.
Fair enough. I will pass that information along to the party.
Whisker's gonna leave 5 gold on the counter and be, "Thank you, Arwen. If he comes past, can you let him know that they're looking for him?"
In a friendly way.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, look, if I see him, I'll mention something.
Thank you.
Illustrana is probably gonna turn around and head out. I mean, I don't think there's anything else we can get from this.
I look around. Are there any cards anywhere, Matt?
Not that you can see, no. There's business cards.
Oh.
Probably not quite what you're looking for, though. So, where to next?
Junk shop number 1.
I think the junkyard.
I was about to say, that does not help me.
The Historia or Reclaim Paradise?
Reclaim
Paradise.
Reclaim Paradise? Alright.
I want to do those
Historia.
monkey bars. Except they're probably monkey goblin bars.
What makes you say that?
Just because I feel like goblins are more likely to be the people in charge of a junk shop knowing Paizo.
Well, unfortunately, you'd be incorrect.
Ah, dang it.
Rat folk.
Everyone knows the gnomes.
So we have rat folk, gnomes, goblins. Nick?
I'm gonna buck tradition and say it is a centaur.
Crowbar.
You are all incorrect.
It's a leshy.
Oh, there
It's a
you go.
garbage
hobgoblin.
leshy.
It's an orc. She
That guy,
is an orc.
That's a hobgoblin, my dude.
that is an orc and a goblin that had a baby.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I think
face.
that's actually
Those-
a half orc goblin.
Those are goblin eyes. You can't tell me otherwise.
Yeah, it's a block.
It's a grot.
Entering the junkyard. It is dirty, a little bit messy, but as I said before, you can tell that they kind of put in some pretty good efforts to make sure the place is as good as possible, considering what they do for a living.
Illustrana is being very dainty with her steps to make sure that she doesn't get her shoes too dirty.
Very dainty, very demure.
Very dainty.
Stomp.
Val thinks this place rules.
I would have figured as a starter, get on top of Mateus and just be like, nope.
Ooh, yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
She is doing that. She's just the bird is stepping for her.
Look, it's open air enough that you can do that quite easily. But she sees the four of you enter and makes her way over and says, "Oi! What can I do for ya?"
We're looking for Pokemon cards.
Hi there. Where we got the name off the other guy, right? Of the person who died.
Of the lady, yeah, we
Yeah.
did. I can't remember
Yeah.
it.
Her
We're
name
looking. Yep.
was Hajek.
Hajik.
Yep.
Hi, we're looking for people who were connected to a Hajek at the card shop.
Okay. Which
Were
card shop?
you? Hajek's card
Mary
shop.
Gleams?
No, the other one.
You're gonna have to help me out there.
3 moves ahead.
Yeah, 3 moves ahead.
Yeah.
I don't know the place, but cards aren't usually my thing, so I get it.
Huh.
You never saw a young woman with a tattoo of this, and I gesture for Whisper to produce the vision card. With this
She's holding
on
it up
her,
and just staring at this little woman.
on her arm.
I'd say I don't really recognize it.
I would like to make a perception check to see if she's lying.
Go for it.
That is average.
That is pretty average, but it should be fine. You get the feeling that she's put off by why you'd be asking, why you would come to a junkyard to ask about cards.
Mm-hmm. To be clear, the reason we're asking is because she had drawn a map of the surrounding area, and your junkyard was marked on the map, and when we found the map, we also found her corpse on top of it, murdered by
Oh.
demons. So, yeah, that's
That
why
kinda
we're
sucks.
interested. If you want to pay respects to her in any way, she's at the Church of Pharasma currently.
Sorry, I didn't know her.
That's okay. Neither did we.
You didn't kill her, did you?
No, but we did kill the
Notably,
demons.
the demon or the devils did that.
See, I'm
be
getting to the point where I'm not sure if I should be calling the guard or not.
That's fair, actually.
Yeah,
But-
these three are pretty shifty.
I'd like to point out this conversation has probably been going on for a minute, and Whisper has been staring at this person for a minute. So she's going to use her aura sight to actually judge their
Yeah.
emotional state.
Aww.
And also their health, I believe.
I get like any of all.
Really, we're just trying to figure out a connection here.
I mean, if you'd like to pass off this investigation to the incompetent city guard, you can. However, I think that we're significantly more qualified.
Yeah, we're people who turned up for cards.
Yeah, Edgewatch is doing pretty good these days, isn't it?
Illustrana just has beef with the guard. She doesn't like them.
Does Illustrana have beef with everyone? Also, Bao, you've been given a hero point by chat.
Okay.
I think you're up to 3 now.
She
Nah.
got arrested.
Is the Radiant Festival going on at the moment, or is that since ended?
Oh, that's ended. That's been done
Okay.
for a couple of years now.
So the guard's probably in a really good state. the puddles is the most secure it's ever been.
Yeah, Illustrana is just beefing because she got arrested once and she really doesn't like him ever since then. She's got a long
Yeah.
memory. Again, elves.
Grudges,
Actually,
you know.
well, let's do a society roll.
You gotta do a society roll.
Yeah, what's the who runs the puddles from a guard perspective?
Oh,
Jesus.
just a 19.
Okay.
Untrained.
I mean, I wouldn't expect this to be requiring on-level skill checks. This is pretty. I'd assume this would be pretty common knowledge,
It's
right?
pretty common knowledge. And yeah, the Ripple God are the ones who do the god work in the puddles.
Yes.
Known for mostly being made up of kobolds, though not 100%.
No, they've got ogres in their crew.
Looking around her junkyard though as well, you can see that she has a couple of the velocipedes that the puddle god use, and they're currently being repaired.
Oh,
Just as a little bit of extra information. But Whisper, Aura Sight. She is in perfect physical health. Her attitude towards you is somewhat indifferent. And emotionally speaking, she's a little bit cautious.
And as far as I know, she's not feigning that in any way.
No, it's just she doesn't know any of you, so she's being cagey about the information she wants to give out.
that's fair. We're pretty weird.
I meant more the actual like occultism check.
No magic. Not that you can tell anyway.
No, the last part of the actual ability.
You can
Yeah,
identify
she's not
if
really-
you're being deceptive.
She's not really being deceptive, it's just she doesn't trust you.
Okay.
A lack of trust could be described as being deceptive, but
This is gonna sound weird, but would you like a drink?
I mean, we don't close up shop until nightfall. And even then, I'm usually still working pretty late. I mean, you look like you can handle yourself.
Yeah, no, I can. I'm gonna take a swig of my drink and then offer her a drink as well.
She doesn't accept, and she's like I said, I'm on the job at the moment.
That's fair. I'm gonna
Workplace
take a
health
second
and
swig.
safety.
But if you want to take the and she gestures to the obstacle course. If you want to take that for a spin.
My tail starts wagging.
Will you be more forthright with your answers if we do that?
Well, look, let me put it this way. I don't know any of you from a bar of soap. None of you are my customers. I've never seen you before in my life.
Same.
So
What does that say? Oh, I don't know any. That's a weird saying.
So you show up and you say, hey, this woman's died. We didn't kill her though, some demons did it.
Devils, actually. I apologize, I misspoke.
Yeah, okay. And you're asking for extra information. Like, this feels like something you should take to the gods. Are you with the Pathfinder Society?
No, distinctly not.
Okay.
God,
I do a little bit of work for them.
about 100.
Whisper will pull out a wayfinder.
I pull out some pocket lint.
See, the wave that makes a little bit more sense, but
Illustrana has a wayfinder, it's just distinctly not a Pathfinder wayfinder.
ooh. So yeah, it's not so much if you do the obstacle course, I'll be more forthcoming. It's just I'll know you're a bit more trustworthy.
I don't see how this helps, but I'm already on there. Yay!
All right.
I
Matt, if
slide
there's-
off of the back of my bird and I very, very daintily make my way to the obstacle course.
Matt, if there's not a southern oracle made out of trash in this, I don't see why this would make me more trustworthy. It would make me at best more tired, and that's about it.
All right. So the obstacle course has 4 phases. Is anyone else participating?
No,
I am.
I'll watch these whippersnappers watch. Do
All
their thing.
right.
I'm so much older than you, dude.
Yeah, but I look old. That's the difference.
Yeah, Whisper will join in.
We'll join in.
I think Whisper is the whippersnapper among us.
All
He's like
right.
a tenth of the age of most of you.
I need a acrobatics or athletics check.
Like, from all of us, or like one at a time?
Oh, if you're all going through it, let's make this a race.
Is it an athletics check to jump or to bound in some way?
Yes.
Radical. I get to add my item bonus to it.
Well, for the first stage of this kind of obstacle test, it's kind of an uphill wooden slats with little platforms barely the size of, barely a couple of inches across, but enough for someone who's pretty confident with their own physical abilities to kind of use them as stepping stones. Or, if you're climbing, use them as handholds. All of you succeed on this, but Bao, you are the first up and over as you make your way over to the swing line.
Yes.
Need another acrobatics or athletics check?
Can I add my jumpy shoes bonus again?
You absolutely
Not
can.
dog.
Didn't think you were going to do that. Yeah, there we go.
I'll take it.
And Whisper?
It's coming.
Whisper, it's actually you that launches ahead in this instance. Once again, all of you have succeeded on this.
Illustrana solidly middle of the pack.
But your lighter weight makes you a little bit more adept at getting through here.
Elves invented mediocrity.
Wow.
It's how we discern the rest of the races.
Why? By letting them be superior. That's fair.
Wait, no, I'm not an elf this time. Fuck.
The third section looks to be a crawling maze.
There you go, Sam.
Like I said, appears to be a crawling maze made out of kind of canvas and rubber tires. So, acrobatics or athletics to kind of speed your way through. Alternatively, you can use perception to kind of make sure you're going on the right path as you crawl through.
Matt,
Yeah?
can I use an ability to give myself some kind of bonus?
Yeah? Depends on the ability. Really?
Well,
Yeah, no, absolutely. With your crawling form, you'll get a +2 bonus. But what do you turn into?
Does everyone know the puppy mashed potato?
No.
I am aware of this form, and it is great.
So, you turn into a puppy dog?
Yeah, I'll just post it in Stolen Fates discussion, which is on the server on Discord of the Obscura.
Oh, he's so cute.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Let me put that into chat. Discord. If you're not already there, it is in the Stolen Fates discussion channel.
I'm trying to crawl.
You will get a +2 bonus for this bow.
Hell yeah.
God damn it.
evidence.jpg.
31.
Oh wow, all the hero points.
I don't want to be bad at crawling.
If you told me I could just crawl, I could brute force it with 50 speed.
No, unfortunately, it's a skill challenge more than anything else. Bao, you will be the winner.
Ugh. My consistent second place performance not winning.
Yeah, no, Illustrator is kind of at your heels the entire time, but you're just that little bit faster, and four-legged form, you're a bit more apt for
I
it.
want it noted that if we take the average of all the rolls, I had the highest number.
Absolutely adorable little puppy dance.
Yeah,
So consistently good.
Clem, for her part, will just kind of be like, "Oh, normally I disqualify you, but that's so adorable."
Illustrana gets up from crawling, realizes she's lost, and then realizes how gross the ground she just crawled on was, and just starts like wiping her shirt off.
We don't have Veliana style prestidigitation.
No.
Oh no.
So the classic case of this is when you also realize, Illustrana, that she probably puts her workers through this every morning as a kind of warm up.
That's fantastic.
So there is like grease all the way through it as well.
I'll poof back to regular.
Illustrana
like
is
Lords.
very daintily trying not to touch anything, and then therefore spread the dirt that she has all over her. She's decided it's best if she just doesn't touch anything.
Well, Bao, as you turn back to your more humanoid form, she kind of goes, "Well, I mean, you all proved yourselves. Look, you're hunting for cards.
We're doing what? Yeah.
I mean, if you want to do the obstacle course again.
Whisper grabs Bow by the shoulders before she can run off.
Oh.
Doing a will save? Oh, yeah.
Yes, that is our area of interest.
Look, I'm sorry, I don't know about this Hajek lady. We do have a merchant called Diabel. He comes by every now and again and gets his barrel repaired here.
Diabel or Dariel?
Pretty sure it's Diabel. Something like that. It's an elven name. I've never had much luck with the pronunciations.
Briss was going to hold up the picture that Arwen did for us. Is this him?
That's him.
Oh. She's going to do the exact same thing. She's going to walk over, just put 2 gold coins in her hand, and says, "If he comes by, can you let him know that we're looking for him?"
In a friendly way.
We want to buy some cards from him.
Well, if he comes by, I'll see if I can find you. Where are you all staying?
Well, I was going to stay at the embassy. I don't know. Where are you guys staying?
We just got here.
I know a nice
I don't know
park.
where they're staying. I'm staying at the Keonan embassy.
Insert generic name of inn here.
Okay, so the Tipsy
Wet
Tango.
Bill's Tavern.
Well, it's either the Tipsy Tango or... Yeah, I can't remember what Quintus's one was called.
No,
Which one's quieter?
It's not Fireside Stories. That's
No.
Andrew's.
Oh god,
Yeah.
that's going so far back. The Tipsy Tango is a quiet one, and it's in the Precipice Quarter.
Then she would be staying there.
I would also be in the Precipice Quarter, but at the Dragon Place.
Once again, it's like Dragon Hut or something.
Best case
It's got a
scenario
dragon
for Val.
skull mounted over the fireplace.
Yeah.
There's
Dragon
probably a nice
Hearth.
bridge somewhere.
Probably that.
See, I'm waiting for Bill to just jump into the chat and tell us the name immediately. But yeah. Do you have any other questions, Clem?
When did you last
Carter?
see him?
He came by to get some basic repairs done. It was more of a maintenance check. It would have been a couple of days ago. He looked nervous. A little bit scared.
Would that line up with the time in the diary that Hedgick got her card?
Not quite.
Okay.
At the same point, though, all of you kind of, like, the cards were either in a pocket or in your bag or something to that effect.
In a sock. Go ahead.
Or in a sock.
Right next to my dagger.
No judgment from me.
Illustrana went to pull out her dagger and she pulled out a card instead. She was very confused.
Where did my dagger go? But, do you have any other questions for her?
You don't happen to have anything of this Diabel's, do you?
Not really.
That's
We
okay.
mostly do the repair work on his barrow.
Hmm.
You
For-
haven't replaced any parts?
Give me a diplomacy check. One of you can lead, the other can aid.
I will lead.
Well, I mean, that'll be a success either way. She kind of crosses her arms and thinks about it for a couple of moments and goes, give me a minute. Walking into the workshop area, probably the only covered building in the entire yard, you can see that she's kind of looking for something, but after a couple of minutes she comes back with a small little clockwork device, obviously broken. And she kind of proffers it and says, this was one of the old clockwork engines that we used for his carousel. Broken, we haven't had a chance to repair it, so we just did a replacement for it. Expensive too, come from all the way from Alkenstar.
Matt, does it look like it has any sort of secret opening compartment?
Give me a crafting or perception check.
Eyeballs, go!
If you have clockwork lore.
Don't have clockwork lore yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
We're all doing it. Okay.
Hmm.
Eyes go.
Whisper's good at seeing things.
Somehow.
Somehow.
Yes, the lady with the hair in her face has good vision. Actually, no. This makes a lot of sense considering she's got the orc tattoo.
Taking a closer look at it, Whisper, you see embedded within the works of the clockwork, it's a nail, but specifically it's more of a farrier's nail. So
Farriers, they don't allow those in Absalom. They're illegal.
Well, no, minotaurs need horseshoes as well, or minotaur shoes,
Sure, centaurs would need shoes.
right?
No, I'm just being facetious.
Whisper will, like, extract it and have a look at it.
Whispers third eye. I don't think she needs the hero point at the moment, but sure. Well, you extract out the nail, and it's pretty delicate work, but you manage to wiggle your fingers in there. Whisper kind of strikes me as the girl who would have the willowy fingers to do this, though.
Oh yeah, no, she spends most of her days turning pages.
Yes.
The knuckles, on the other hand.
And Clem kind of says, well, I mean, that's awful specific. I mean, Farrier's nail, right?
This would only be in here if somebody put it in on purpose.
Or it got stuck in there.
Ow.
She kind of gives a shrug. Well, that does remind me, he did mention that he was stopping by a forge? I'm not sure what the name of it was, sorry.
Do you know which direction he went?
She gives a hearty laugh and gestures to the 10-foot tall walls that surround the property.
You have a district?
Unsure, sorry.
Well, that was helpful. Thank you.
There's a forge next to my inn.
Matt,
Hopefully
I'm
not
going
the
to
same one.
I know.
ask you a thing that
Yeah?
I have absolutely nothing to back this up on other than good vibes.
Uh-oh.
Last time you had good vibes about something or bad vibes about something in Absalom, you would absolutely rate and bullied him relentlessly for the entire campaign.
This is nothing
I
like
think
that.
there's a devil in the Dreaming Palace.
I would like to smell this stuff
You'd like to smell it?
and try to get this man's scent. I do not have anything scent related.
You don't have, like, You don't
However,
have scent as a sensory
Base
thing?
dog.
But you want to give it a shot anyway? Give me a
Yeah.
perception check. Actually, survival check. That's for
Okay.
tracking.
I will aid Bao.
If that's not good enough, I will spend a hero point.
You're gonna need to spend a hero point.
She gets a
Here we
Plus
go.
3 to her roll.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
it,
26.
I'll
It
take
did-
my winnings now.
it definitely smells like metal.
Use some kind of metal.
Mostly iron. A little bit like blood. But that might
it's
just
like a
be the
mantis.
iron. Though, I will say, Korgar?
Yeah.
Do you have access to an animal with scent? Surely.
Yeah, I have beast form. I have animal form.
Yeah.
All of them that would. Oh, actually, no. Let's find out.
I mean, pest form would make a terrier. Surely.
well, it doesn't necessarily give me specific
The ability.
pest form. Pest
Gives you, like, a
form.
plus 5
Imprecise scent
million
30
dispel.
feet
Hmm.
from pest form. Does that improve? Nope.
It
There's-
usually doesn't unless you pick up some very specific feats. But
Animal
Korgar,
form is also 30 foot. Precise.
if you want to give it a shot, you can. You don't have to turn to an animal in front of this lady if you don't want to, though.
I absolutely will. I'm just trying to see if if it improves anywhere.
So technically, if Bao did want to be able to have scent, she can turn into her crawling form,
Correct.
and that would give her scent.
So we got that going for us.
hmm
Because I'm imagining with Illustrana's survival check, this will be more the open air scouting type stuff.
I'm good at survival, I just don't have a way to actually track.
But yeah, I'll get a survival roll from you, Korgar.
Sure thing. Give me a sec. Oh, no, my survival's fucking garbage because we swapped that out.
I'm plus 22.
I can give you perception checks.
Give me a perception check. The DC will be higher.
Gotcha.
Does he get to add the plus 3 from my 34? Do you want me to roll 8 again?
Yeah, you can add the +3. I'm not going to make you roll again for it.
Oh, I don't have my token.
I can give you one.
Cast. You do not have enough focus point. What do you mean? No, I've got a focus point. Should have both of them back. We've been walking about. Effect.
Sneeze. Animal form.
Form of the...
Big dog.
Form of the big dog!
Show off.
It's just a massive pug, but it's got Korgar's beard.
No, no pugs. No,
No
ju-
pugs?
Just in case anyone's gonna mistake me for a shoonie. No pug. No, he's droopy face and bloodhound and all.
Okay, yep. But with the slight beard?
Giant
slight whispers of a beard?
hound.
It's a bloodhound cross schnauzer.
So not quite a K-hound then. Well, give me that survival check.
Perception.
Sniffing.
Snip. Yes,
Sniffing
perception.
works.
Oh wow, that's actually really good.
38.
38.
38, and I did increase the DC. So that will be a success. It won't be a critical success, however. But, Korgar, you put your sniffer to work.
Oh,
taking
I
him-
would have cast this with where is it?
You've got the thing that can make
Form
it
control.
last longer. Yeah.
So I at least 2 ranks level. So I wouldn't be huge. I'd be large.
That's okay. As you start to make your way through the streets, Illustrana, you'll be on your bird, correct? Bretonius?
That's the plan usually. Unless I need to be off of it.
Because we're gonna do... It's probably going to tell you the name, and it's going to be hilarious, but... Oh no,
City Street.
just a city street? Beautiful.
It's not the city street outside the Dreaming Palace, where I think there is a devil.
Potentially. I
No longer a
can't
devil
promise.
Oh, it's not applied my thing. Wow, this is a... Oh, wait, no wonder this whole city street's smashed up. There was a big mecha fight in this city street.
There absolutely was, and some areas got fixed up faster than others. As you make your way through, the damage that the Grave Raker and Gormafu, I think its name was, can still be quite clearly seen across the landscape. Buildings wrecked, streets torn up, especially as you're getting closer and closer to the Precipice District. As you continue, though,
cool.
I kind of want to do... it's one of those things I would like to do again, because I feel like I would do it better.
Ooh.
Goddamn ninjas.
Also, Bao, I think you still got the light spell on you.
Appearing on the roofs are a group of assassins. They look assassinated at the very least.
Okay, it's...
It's just defaulting to the big one.
Yeah.
That's okay.
How tall are the roofs here?
20 feet, if that.
Okay.
If that. If you want to readjust your height, Illustrana, so you're you're overhead, that's absolutely
I
fine.
am overhead. I'm where I want to be, which is just sort of at the tops of the roofs. That's where Illustrana would want to be.
Not quite. Not quite.
I mean, she doesn't want to be soaring over everybody.
Yeah, but also doesn't want to be that like foot.
No. Yeah.
Doesn't want to be hoofing it. There we go. Got there in
Yeah.
the end. As you make your way into the crossroads, the assassins kind of pull their bows and start taking shots.
Rude.
And with that, I'm going to finish the session there.
Cliffhanger.
And hopefully we'll have the Foundry Journal fixed by next week.
Listen, I told y'all that the city guard is incompetent. Roving gangs of assassins in the streets.
It's worse than Beacon.
You wouldn't find this in in an elven city in Keonan.
You wouldn't find a lot of things in the Keonan city.
It's true.
Like,
Like
people-
non-elves.
Yeah!
like restaurants.
A
Well,
warm
yes.
welcome.
They are
Dive
on the roofs.
bars.
Illustrana finds a warm welcome in Keonan. It's you guys that have trouble.
Actually,
And there's
welcome is just
one
a
city
slight
you
glance.
guys can get into in Keonan. There's one city y'all are allowed into.
Is Keonan the one that's fighting the hobgoblins?
No, they're fighting demons.
No,
the
that's
swamp.
Jin in...
I do know which one you're talking about, though. But all that said, our heroes have begun their journey. Well, not so much their journey at this point, definitely an investigation into these mysterious tarot cards. And having picked up the vision from a poor card shop owner who, well, was possessing of it and probably would have liked to have kept her life as opposed to anything else that happened to her.
If someone wants to shell out the money to revive her, we're not stopping them.
So, funny story, the book actually has a section in there being like, so what if the party does a resurrection? Or what if the party just speaks with dead? And it's like, this is the information they can give if you do that. It's like, okay. It's like, yeah, no, they thought about this. I can appreciate it. They're like, players will do shenanigans. Here's what you can do with the shenanigans. As you look further into these tarot cards, though, it's becoming quite obvious that you're not the only ones who are looking for them. Whether these
I don't think that's becoming quite obvious. I think that there's just roving street gangs.
Well,
due to the utter lawlessness in this city.
Well, what Illustrana thinks is completely up to her. But with devils raiding card shops and assassins attacking you in the streets, the dangers seem to be ever increasing. But if you want to find out what happens next time, you will have to join us at 5:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. We will be continuing Stolen Fates, presented by Tabletop Obscura. The system is PF2E devs are well-versed in shenanigans. Very well-versed in shenanigans. Powered by Foundry VTT, with music by Marco Gelfi. I'll have a lot of the other things sorted out by next week, I guarantee it. But I hope everyone enjoyed the session. If you want to see what else I'm doing and what else I'm up to, I'm going to post the social link. I am mostly active on Blue Sky at the moment. There are a couple of updates and things that I'll be dropping down in the next couple of days. But tomorrow night we will be continuing Gatewalkers at 7 p.m. with a different group for the most part. Very diedatic. Now I know helmets are meant to not forget and die. Okay. But
True.
we are going to raid. I believe the Dwarf Down Under is currently live. I think he's live.
Yeah.
He's a friend of mine. He also is one of my players in the Rusthenge game on Wednesday nights. So be sure to say hi to him. He is currently playing Warframe. I get the feeling he's probably playing it with Verdi, but we're not 100% sure. So give him a little hi from me. Otherwise, I hope you have a good day, a good night, a good week, no matter where you are in the world. And remember, as always, we're the storytellers. Good night, everyone.
No.
Night. I love you.
Diddle-diddle, diddle-diddle.